Welcome participant for the same course Animal Waste Management. Name of today module is Handling in Hazard of Animal Waste under week 2 lecture number 1. Today topic of discussion is Animal Waste Handling Method. Myself Dr. Anuradha Kumari, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Banaras Hindu University, Rajiv Gandhi South Campus, Barkacha. The overview of today's lecture, what are the different topics that will be discussed under the broad heading of animal waste handling method. Quantity and value of different type of livestock waste produced in the India. Method, traditional method used for the handling of animal waste. Type of livestock waste produces. Method of waste collection. Solid waste management system. Liquid waste management system. And finally, we will end this lecture with the drainage system used for collection of the liquid waste. As for the information received by the National Dairy Development Board, about 1,655 million ton of livestock waste produced from the bovine animal species in India. Out of this amount of waste, a major part is avoided by the animal during the grazing in the daytime in the field itself. This part of waste is normally not required to be handled. And the second component where the bullock is used for the draft purpose and working purpose. During the working hour, this part of waste is also not possible to collect. However, when animal is confined to a particular waste, a large amount of waste is collected at a particular site and that becomes the part of animal waste management system. So development of a plan for the waste collection and disposal must be the part of animal livestock facility. Failure to provide the adequate waste management, collection and storage facility and disposal equipment lead to the environmental pollution, problem of animal health, and finally it increases the cost of production. What are the different traditional method of waste collection that is used in the India? Waste normally excreted by the livestock is removed from the animal shed regularly and dumped into a pit, where it during the time of course is converted into manure that can be directly applied to the agriculture field. This is the most common method that is used traditionally. However, in the rural area, livestock waste are utilized for the supply of the energy. For that, livestock waste first is converted into dung cake after the drying that can be used for the cooking purpose. In that condition, even a dried dropping that is collected from the agriculture field or anywhere that can be used for the electricity generation. The third traditional method that is very much developed in under Indian condition that is also promoted by the different state and central government organization is the production of biogas by use of animal waste. No single system is the best. We have to decide the depending upon the what resources we have. For handling the animal waste or dairy waste in eco-friendly method, we have a three component: livestock waste handling, livestock waste treatment, and finally the disposal of livestock waste. Livestock waste handling method determine the quantity and composition of the waste. What the method of livestock waste handling we will use is depend upon the scale of livestock farming and the available resources that we have with us. Different component of animal waste handling are animal housing facility, collection and transfer of animal waste from the production site, storage and treatment, transportation of animal waste, and the final utilization. In India, waste are classified in different categories depending upon the total solid content in that particular waste. Depending upon that, we have three kinds of waste: liquid waste, semi-solid waste, and the solid waste. In the liquid waste, the total solid concentration is less than 5%. Second category of animal waste is the semi-solid waste, in which the concentration of total solid is in the range of 5 to 20%. This type of slurry waste is handled by the pumping system, a lagoon system that we will discuss later on. Third system of handling the animal waste is the solid waste, having the total solid concentration more than 20%. For that, different type of equipment were used. Factors that determine the total solid concentration in any animal waste depend upon the climatic condition, whether it is a dry region or whether it is dry area or a heavy rain area, type of animal. As in case of buffalo, large quantity of the water is voided along with waste, amount of water consumed by animal, and the type of food given to the animal. As in the case of succulent fodder, more amount of water is voided with the animal waste. As far the consistency of livestock waste is considered, it is defined as the physical property of manure. Depending upon the consistency, we have a four type of animal waste: liquid waste, slurry waste, semi-solid, and the solid. In general, liquid waste, it mixture is always act like a liquid and does not contain any suspended particle. In case of slurry, the mixture is act like a solid but have some identifiable suspended solid content. In case of the semi-solid waste, mixture generally act like a solid, but when pressure is put, it flow free like a liquid. And solid waste, the mixture is always act like a solid. Students, you can see in this diagram the total solid concentration of the swine waste is very less, so it come under the category of semi-solid. In the case of poultry waste, the total solid concentration is very much high, so it is a type of solid waste. However, in the case of beef and dairy, these both come under the category of semi-solid type of animal waste. Now coming to the what are the different example of solid animal waste. First is the dung or manure. It is also known as cow pets or cow manure. The waste produced by the bovine animal species. What is cow dung? Cow dung is nothing the undigested plant residue. Because of that, it is rich in the minerals. The resultant fecal matter is rich in the mineral. Manure is the common form of solid waste in the country. This solid waste can be collected manually or through mechanized method and used for the different purposes. You can see the moisture content of cow dung is 77%, means it is less than having a total solid concentration more than 30%, so it is considered as a type of solid waste. You can see this is the poultry litter collected from the deep litter system of housing or from the cage housing system, and it is an example of solid waste. Second category of solid waste is the wasted food material. Whatever the food is consumed by the livestock, some amount of food is spilled out of the feed run and feed bunkers and become the component of solid waste. Third category of solid waste is the bedding material. Normally, different type of bedding materials like the straw, wood shaving, sawdust are used in the animal facility. This bedding material are used with the objective provide comfort, warmth to the animal and also help to absorb the moisture. Later on, after the decomposition, this bedding material also become the part of solid waste management. Second category of the waste is the liquid waste. Under this category, first is the urine. Urine can be collected separately and used as a liquid fertilizer after the appropriate treatment. This table showing the quantity of the urine collected by the different livestock species. You can see for the poultry, it is not mentioned because in the case of poultry, both solid and liquid waste are collected through a common opening. Next category of the liquid waste is the wash water. During day-to-day activity of the animal management, lot of water is used for the washing of animal, cleaning of shed. So that become the part of liquid waste. In general, the quantity of water required for washing is almost 2 times of the water used for the drinking purpose. In this table, you can see the washing water requirement for the adult cattle and buffalo is in the range of 45 to 70 liter per day. In the case of horse, it is 36 liter per day, and in the case of pig, it is 25 to 28 liter per day washing water is required. Now we will start the second component of waste handling method, that is the collection of animal waste. What is the collection? It involves the putting together or assembly of the raw material that is produced in the animal shed. For the shed purpose, animal manure pit is used. Because of animal management system where animals are allowed to graze in open field and kept in the shed in the night, that part of animal waste is normally not collected. However, for the purpose when the animal are kept in the shed that become the part of animal waste management system. Depending upon the solid content of the waste, we have a two method of handling the animal waste. We can collect the animal waste separately, that is a liquid separately and solid separately, or we can collect a solid and liquid waste all together by the flushing system. For separate collection of solid waste, we need different type of equipment like the wheelbarrow and shovel. Normally, this solid waste is collected and dumped into the pit 200 meters away from the animal facility. By solid handling of the animal waste, about 75% are nutrient returned to the soil. Second component of separate collection of solid and liquid waste is the collection of liquid separately. In this liquid collection method, liquid from the different shed is collected into the main farm draining chamber. Second method of handling the animal waste, that is handling of the solid and liquid waste together. This is known as flushing system. This is mostly used in area where we have lot of availability of the water. Solid waste management, as it separated the solid and liquid, reduce the total volume of waste to be handled. So for that we need a different type of solid equipment, and the cost of all these solid waste handling equipment is less. However, with this method, more amount of labor is required. Compared to the solid waste management system, liquid waste management system is easier to automate and require less daily attention, means less labor is required on the daily basis. However, different types of equipment and the initial installation cost of different equipment used for the handling of liquid waste is more compared to solid waste management system. Now we will discuss the different type of separator that is used for the separating the liquid and solid waste separately. Under this category, first one is the screw pressure separator. This device is used for separating the solid and liquid waste component from animal facility. They utilizes screw mechanism to compress and dewater the waste into solid cake and liquid effluent fraction that can be handled in a different way. Solid separator. Solid separator is the component of manure handling system. When the influent is passes through the solid separator, it is converted into two components. One having the lower solid content is known as liquor, and the other component having the higher solid concentration known as cake. As far we have discussed, the total solid content determines the consistency of the waste, but total solid content of waste does not say much about what kind of solid content present. Total solid can be broken into four fractions depending upon the two criteria. First criteria is solids are suspended or dissolved in the liquid, and that whether the solid present are of organic or inorganic type. For the suspended solid particle having the size less than 1.5 micron is considered as a present in the filter form, and for the solid particle which is stopped by the 1.5 micron filter is considered as a dissolved type. Distinction between the organic and inorganic components is done based on the burning of the animal waste in the blast furnace at a temperature of 550 degrees Celsius. Different methods are used for separating the solid and liquid are settling method, screening, filtration, centrifugation, flotation, and chemical enhancement. Each type of separation system has some advantages and disadvantages. Selection of the components should be dependent upon the benefit of operation in overall. The most effective system should be combine the benefit of multiple systems. As with all treatment scenario, solid separation increases the overall cost of the manure handling. So the cost and benefit of solid separation must be balanced against the overall cost and potential income of the production. For after the separating, for the collection of the solid manure, we have a different type of equipment. For collection of solid waste, several devices can be employed depending upon the scale of operation, whether we have a small scale of operation or we are rearing the animal under the intensive livestock farming system. System equipped with mechanical scraper or brushes that continuously or periodically remove the solid waste from the animal facility. They are program operated at a specific interval of time and reduce the manual labor requirement and help to keep the animal cleaner. Conveyor system. Conveyor system is mostly in the case of large animal facility. Through the use of conveyor system, we can directly transport the animal solid waste from site of production to the processing and storage site. Second category is the manure belt system. Manure belt system is mostly used in the case of poultry production system or also in the case of rabbits. By use of this manure belt system, waste can be directly dumped up to the processing site. For collection of solid waste, we can use manure fork or scoop also. These manual or mechanical tools used for manual removal of solid waste from the animal facility. They can be attached to the tractor or operated manually to scoop up and transport the waste to the pre-decided site. Finally, for spreading of the solid waste collected, we use manure spreader. These are commonly used in agriculture setting to spread the solid animal waste such as manure on the field as a fertilizer. What are the different devices we have discussed and the technology all together help in efficient handling of solid animal waste. Finally, it reduces the environment effect of the animal waste, but it should be comply with the regulatory requirement for the waste management in the livestock operation. As far the collection of solid waste is considered, under the ideal management condition system, at least 2 times collection should be done. For the collection of solid waste, done with the help of wheelbarrow using shovel, and then after that it can be carried outside the animal shed. For that, bullock driven cart, even a trolley can be directly bring into the animal shed. For the collection of the liquid manure is done as and when required. After the collection, the second component of animal waste handling system is the storage. That can be done in the pole shed or Allnutt manure pit. The floor of pole shed is concrete type, which prevent the leaching of the liquid from the manure storage site. Allnutt manure pit, as described by R.G. Linden, is most suitable for the Indian condition. It is a pit having a depth of 1.5 meter and size 3 into 4, or size can vary depending upon the amount of waste producing at the farm. This pit is divided into 2 parts and surrounded by 3 sides with a wall with a temporary roof cover to prevent the desiccation of the animal waste and prevent the entry of the rainwater. The front side of this manure pit provided with a gutter that is normally filled with grisol to prevent the breeding of the larva. Front side of Allnutt manure pit also have a sliding shutter to prevent the to the gutter. Surrounding wall and the partition wall on their inner side are provided with a few inches ledge projection that prevent the migration of larvae from the Allnutt manure pit to the outside. As this Allnutt manure pit have 2 parts, while dumping and packing in one part is going on, the fermentation and decomposition process is going into the other part. During the decomposition process, manure can be turned periodically for the uniform decomposition. Within the 24 hours after the dumping, the temperature reaches to 50 degrees Celsius, and within 3 to 4 days it is reached up to the 80 degrees Celsius, causes the destruction of most of the parasitic larvae. This is the diagram showing Allnutt manure pit, as I have discussed, having 2 parts and covered with the temporary roof structure, and the gutter, U-shaped gutter present in front of this Allnutt manure pit. Now, second method of handling animal waste is the flushing of solid and liquid waste altogether. This system is known as lagoon system. This system is mainly used in the large livestock facility or where a large number of animals kept in a limited space. Here the liquid waste along with the water is used for cleaning and washing from the slurry. Finally, this mixture is dumped into the storage tank, or also known as lagoon, After that is spread into the field for fertilizer or used for the biogas production. That depend upon the waste management system we will use. Flushing of solid and liquid waste altogether depend upon the agroclimatic region of the area also. As in the case of heavy rainfall area, it is very difficult to separate the liquid and solid waste separately. You can see this is a diagram showing the fodder grown in the RA Mill colony of Mumbai. Here the fodder grass is cultivated economically by using the irrigated system with the wash water from the buffalo shed. Now we will discuss the drainage system used for the liquid waste collection. Normally the drain or gutter is used for the liquid waste collection having a width of 30 to 40 centimeter. The slope of such type of drain should be toward the storage tank so the liquid can flow easily. Drain from individual building opening into the inspection chamber, that is denoted by 1. Inspection chamber is provided with a main hole. From here liquid waste is moving to the settling chamber and finally to the main farm storage chamber. The outlet may be toward the field if the tank is located at the higher level, or outlet may be provided with the pumping system if the tank is located at the same level or at the lower level. For collection of liquid waste separately, as we have discussed, we require 30 to 40 centimeter U-shaped gutter. Normally these U-shaped gutter are present in the area of connection between the open shed and closed shed. Outside the shed, liquid manure from individual shed connected by means of drain to the main farm liquid storage tank. The main farm drain lead the liquid waste ultimately to liquid manure storage tank through inspection chamber and settling chamber, as we have discussed earlier. So here we are concluding our today lecture, that is handling of animal waste. In India, as we know, most of animals are reared in close confinement with the animal, so the proper handling of animal waste in a hygienic manner is important. It is of a public interest also. Manure should be disposed and utilized in a proper way to conserve its quality and prevent the spread of vector-borne diseases. The main principle that is used for effective waste utilization is the recycling and reuse of effluent, where possible, where it is not practicable, in a manner that will not cause adverse short or long-term environmental impact. We require the development implementation of whole farm plan should be the fundamental consideration for sustainable livestock farming system. Thank you.